I have built a randomizer with the names of 200 plus Pokemon characters up, and using this we're going to pluck 2 names out of there, and thus those characters will fight each other using their best possible teams. Welcome back to Pokemon Master Showdown, and last time our 2 combatants came to blows as Marshall took on Mustard in a clash of the fighting type specialists. Today though, we have another exciting match ahead as Agatha of the Kanto Elite Four gets a redemption shot against Greta of the Hoenn Battle Frontier. Agatha first appeared in Pokemon Red and Blue as the 3rd member of the Kanto Elite Four, and while ostensibly a ghost type specialist in her initial appearances, it is probably far fairer to call her a poison type specialist. However, this did soften over time somewhat in future appearances, though not by much. She is the oldest known Elite Four member to date, serving as an inspiration for senior Pokemon trainers around the region. She is known to have a short temper and believes Pokemon should primarily be used for battling. In her youth, she was a rival of Professor Oak, but their relationship grew bitter and strained over the years. 3 years later, by the time of Gen 2 and their remakes, Agatha had left the Elite Four. She's also made manga, TCG, Masters X appearances, as well as an anime appearance as the temporary gym leader of the Viridian City Gym. She has previously lost to Kieran in this competition, and here she goes for a team of Mega Gengar, the mega form of her race, as well as Crobat and Arbok from her regular team appearances, the former appearing most often as a Golbat. She has Alolan Marowak from her Let's Go team, and also Venusaur and Gyarados from her Pokemon Stadium Gym Leader Castle team. Greta first appeared in Pokemon Emerald as the leader of the Battle Frontier's Battle Arena, and is known as the Arena Tycoon and the holder of the Guts symbol. She's known to be blunt, and if an opponent looks weak, she will let them know. She likes tough trainers and will gladly hand over the Guts symbol if defeated. She fought Ash Ketchum in the anime, running a karate dojo, and unlike in the games, she was a fighting type expert. In the anime, she is notable as the only female Frontier Brain of the Hoenn Battle Frontier who did not gain a crush on one of the main characters. She did appear in the Adventures manga too in the Emerald and Oras arcs. She utilises Heracross, Umbreon, Gengar and Breloom from her Pokemon Emerald Battle Frontier teams, as well as Hariyama and Medicham from her anime battle team. It's time to head to the stadium, and it's ghosts versus guts. It's mysticism versus might. It's Agatha versus Greta today on Pokemon Master Showdown. And here we are. We have entered the stadium. 2 combatants, a clash of styles for sure. There are 2 Gengars in their opponent's lineup. So, Agatha, Elite Four member, Greta, Frontier Brain. These 2 combatants, they are going to prove who is mightiest. So, on the surface of it, it would appear Agatha does have a bit of an advantage, but we shall see. Nothing is written in stone, and we've seen enough battles in the Pokemon Master Showdown that a type advantage doesn't necessarily mean everything. Agatha begins with Arbok, Greta begins with Umbreon. So, Umbreon is intimidated. So, what is going to be the opening gambit? Arbok goes for Toxic Spikes, Umbreon goes for Foul Play. That does decent damage. So, what is Agatha going to do? That's a Leech Life that does a quarter on Umbreon, and Arbok gets a lot of its health back. Umbreon uses Foul Play. Well, this is very quickly turning into a slugfest. So, what are we going to see? Hariyama comes in, Greta makes the change. Hariyama does not take a lot of damage from Leech Life, but Arbok is slowly recovering health. Hariyama is being poisoned by those Toxic Spikes though. That's a Bullet Punch from Hariyama, and Arbok uses Dragon Tail. That crits, and it knocks Hariyama out. Gengar comes in, gets rid of the Toxic Spikes. So, that's a Thunderbolt from Gengar, and it hurts Arbok, but Dragon Tail strikes. Heracross is in now. Well, Agatha is not hesitating to get some damage on Greta's team. She's stopping Greta from doing something that might prove problematic. She's making those changes. Crobat is in to face the Heracross. Heracross goes for knockoff and gets rid of Crobat's heavy duty boots. So, Crobat, in theory, massive advantage here, but Umbreon is in, and Crobat goes for the Tailwind. Interesting. So, is Agatha going to stick or twist? It looks like it might be Toxic. Is it going to be? Yes, that's Toxic on the Umbreon. It does have Synchronized, but Crobat immune to poison. Great decision. Umbreon hits Foul Play. Crobat is weak. It may not have much left. Can it get something? Umbreon goes to Protect, and it gets blocked. The Toxic does drain Umbreon though. Can Crobat get something off? Can Crobat take the Umbreon with it? That's a Brave Bird. Does big damage, but the recoil takes the Crobat down. Umbreon is nearly down though. The Toxic saps it away. So, what is Agatha going to do? In comes the Arbok. So, Umbreon goes to Protect, and Arbok goes for Coil. Well, that is interesting. Umbreon's wish comes true. So, the Toxic is sapping it. Can Arbok get the Leech Life off? That would do it a lot of favours. So, we're waiting for the attack. Is Arbok going to strike like a snake? Hariyama is here. The Leech Life does decent damage. Arbok does get quite a bit of health back. The poison drains at Hariyama though. Some of Greta's team has taken a lot of damage. So, whatever Arbok ends up doing. That's another Leech Life. Hariyama does get weakened by it. It's not got much left. That's the Drain Punch. Arbok does resist it. But, is that going to be it? The Toxic takes Hariyama down. That is Greta's first loss of the battle. So, we're tied up at 1 apiece. So, in comes the Medicham to face the Arbok. Not a great matchup on the surface. That's an Ice Punch, but Arbok survives it, goes for the Leech Life. That's a crit, that does 2/3. Arbok does get some health back, and Agatha will love that. So, that's another Ice Punch. Arbok survives again, another Leech Life. Medicham is down. Down for the count. Arbok still getting health back. Slowly recovering. This Arbok is proving to be a big obstacle for Greta. Heracross is here. Can Heracross do something? That's a knockoff. And Arbok survives. It gets rid of the leftovers though. That's Dragon Tail. Heracross is knocked out and in comes the Gengar to face the Arbok. This Arbok surely can't have a lot left. There is no more healing. Gengar hits the Shadow Ball. Arbok crashes down. Is Agatha going to be tempted to go for her own Gengar? We shall soon see. In comes the Gengar. Is she tempted to go for that Gengarite? Is she tempted to activate her Keystone? We are soon going to see. We all know the Mega Revolution is coming. Umbreon is here, and the Mega Revolution is here. Gengar evolves into Mega Gengar, hits the Shadow Ball, but Umbreon shrugs it off. That's Dazzling Gleam. Umbreon goes down for the count. Greta has 3 left. Agatha has 4. So, what is Greta going to do to counter this majestic Mega Gengar? That's a knockoff. It does massive damage to Gengar. Dazzling Gleam hits Heracross. Heracross crashes down. In comes Agatha's own Gengar to be faced by Greta's Gengar. So, Mega Gengar should be faster. We will soon see. That's a Thunderbolt, and Mega Gengar goes down for the count. Well. Has Greta got some fight left in her? Is it going to be a Alolan Marowak? Is it going to be Venusaur? Surely it's not going to be Gyarados with that Thunderbolt. It is Gyarados! Well, that's the Thunderbolt. Straight down. Interesting tactic from Agatha. Not a great one, but it was a tactic nonetheless. In comes her next choice when she makes a decision. Alolan Marowak is on the field. So, Alolan Marowak, this is Gengar. That is the Thunderbolt, but Cursed Body has disabled Thunderbolt. Knock off. Gengar, straight down, but Knock Off has been disabled. The Choice Scarf has been gotten rid of, which does explain how it outsped Mega Gengar. There's only Breloom left. So, Breloom versus Alolan Marowak. That's the Rock Tomb. Alolan Marowak down for the count, but Rock Tomb has been disabled. It's Venusaur versus Breloom. This is the last dance. This is the final chance. Breloom goes to struggle, hurts itself. That's the hidden power. It's a flying type hidden power, and Venusaur knocks Breloom out. Agatha takes the win at the last. Greta looks surprised by her sudden loss, but one thing is for sure, this was a close battle. It swung back and forth. It looked like one competitor was going to take an unassailable lead, but it swung back and forth like a pendulum, and all we know at the end of it is that the winner is Agatha of the Kanto Elite Four. Well, folks, thank you so very much for joining me. I have been your commentator, once and future gamer, and we will see you back at Showdown Stadium on the next episode of Pokemon Master Showdown. Bye bye for now. Thanks for watching.